out to the man on the street. Sir, can you help me? It's cold and I've nowhere to sleep. There's somewhere you can tell me. He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he crosses the street. Seems embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you, you and me in paradise.
Just think about it. She calls out to the man on the street. She can see she's been crying. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can't walk, but she's trying.
Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you, you and me in paradise. Just think about it. Oh Lord, is there nothing or anybody can do? Oh Lord, there must be something you can say. You can tell by the lines on her face. You can see that she's been there. Probably been moved out from every place, 'cause she didn't fit in there. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, 'cause just another day for you, you and me in paradise. Just think about it. It's just another day for you and me in paradise.
Paradise.
Just another day for you and me in paradise.
Paradise. Paradise.
You and me in paradise.
Paradise. Paradise.
You and me in paradise. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Just another day for you and me in paradise. Paradise.
ตัว
Just
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
One brief announcement please. For those of you with VIP tickets, your seats are down here in front. There's plenty of room.
Oh.
And the rest of you that don't have VIP tickets, squish together.
Good morning. I want to welcome you this morning. I'm Jack Doggett, and I'm delighted to be your worship leader this morning. One thing I love really about this congregation is the kindness that's experienced. All right. Is this any better? Yes. All right. That's what we needed. What we needed even farther away. Okay, anyway, one of the things I love about this congregation, besides the wonderful AV assistants, is the kindness that I experience just every time I walk through this door. Last night at the auction and this morning's breakfast, there's just this attitude of kindness in the place that I just dearly love, and thank you all for what you bring in that way. I want to extend a very warm welcome to everyone who's visiting us for the first time. You're finding a very unusual service this morning from our normal. And what is normal? Good point. I want, rather than gathering because we all have the same beliefs, we are an intentional community gathered around our shared promise to support each other's individual spiritual journeys. If you're joining us online, please fill out a visitor form in the link in the description. We'd love to connect with you. And we want to say many, many thanks to the team who put on the auction last night and to everyone who came for a great night of celebration and fundraising. Just a reminder, the auction closes tonight at 5 o'clock, so there's still a chance for your last-minute online bids. But it's not nearly as competitive as it was last night with Jay, our auctioneer. That was really fun. Let's give a hand for Jay. Thank you, Jay. And today at noon is our special congregational meeting on our next steps for our building here. And after the service, grab a cup of coffee, a bite to eat, perhaps, and come back for the meeting. I believe there's a check-in process for members to get a ballot. So please pay attention and so we can get the meeting started, going through that process. And then for those online, today's congregational meeting is also being broadcast via Zoom. There was a Zoom link that was sent out to people on Thursday. And since this meeting includes member voting, we ask that all Zoom attendees who are coming to the meeting via Zoom change their login name, if you remember how to do that, to your first and last name. Then we can take attendance online and make sure that we've cross-checked you to the membership roster for voting privileges. So, small complication there. As you see, our service format this morning is somewhat different. And it's great to have the choir and the chancel cats here and to be with people of all ages. So welcome. Our chalice is in the center this morning. It's our symbol of our liberal faith. It's the warmth of compassion, the fire of justice, and a lamp on our spiritual path. We're lighting this chalice this morning in gratitude for the promises that we make one another. In this room full of people with all different beliefs and spiritual paths, we're committed to a life of flourishing together in community. And that, even if we fall short in our aspirations, we will not let go of them. We will never cease from trying again, over and over, to live them out. In that spirit, gathered in person and online, will you stand together and speak our covenant aloud? We gather in fellowship, speak truth to each other, to reach out and touch one another, to care with each other, and to speak the truth divine. So be it.
Friends, good morning. It is awfully good to be together in this very full room. We should perhaps consider expansion. Let's tell you a story this morning. This is a story that takes place in a village far, far away from here. And it was a beautiful village. It was a comfortable, cozy place to live. And there was enough rain for food to grow, but not so much that things flooded. And there were warm summer days where you could play in the stream, but not so hot that you needed air conditioning. It had beautiful snowy winters. The snow usually melted in a couple of days, even though they didn't plow very well. But one year there wasn't enough rain, and summer was too hot, and winter was too cold, and the crops didn't grow, and the harvest was gone, and the village fell into famine. People didn't have enough to eat, enough to survive. So struggling, the village decided to send a representative. Who better than Rachel to speak with the wise one who lived on the top of a nearby hill?
trouble down in the village, and I've been sent to ask your wisdom and counsel as to what to do.
What's the trouble?
Well, the village is in famine. We're all hungry, and while at first we were sharing what we had, we're now at the point where no one has enough to feed themselves, let alone share with anyone else.
I see famines are tricky to solve, even with wisdom and magic. Turning around a famine requires something else, and I can't tell you what that is. The village is just going to have to figure that out by themselves.
There isn't anything you can do to help us?
Well, I guess perhaps I could give you a place to start.
Map is in my backpack right now.
Yeah, right. So, see this map? X marks the spot where you and the other villagers can find the treasure that will save the village.
Thank you, wise one.
Yes.
Young villagers, can you come help me find the X that marks
Off
the
you go.
spot where the treasure is? Yeah, Adrian, Josie, that's you. Where's the X? Can you help me find the X that marks the spot where the treasure is? Yeah, Bridger, do you want to help too? Where is it? Ooh, they look really cool, Josie. Okay, so we've got the papers. While you mention them, does everyone have a green and a red paper? Yes. If you don't have them, ushers, do we have more paper?
We're out.
Okay, they're out. If you don't have them, team up with someone else and decide how you're going to vote later. Got a pancake? Maybe we could look closer over this way.
Oh, I see it.
Do you see it, Rhea? Awesome! We found the X! Thanks. Thank you, young villagers, for your help.
Let's all stand and join in singing the opening hymn, Here We Have Gathered. And let's sing.
Here we have gathered, gather side by side. Circle of kinship, come and step inside. May all who seek here find a kindly word. May all who speak here feel they have been heard. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Here we have gathered, all to celebrate days of our lifetimes, matters small and great. We of all ages, women, children, men, infants and sages, sharing what we can. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Life has its battles, sorrows and regrets, but in the shadows let us not forget. We who have gathered, known each other's pain, kindness can heal us as we give our gain. Sing now in friendship, this our heart's own song.
Even though they found the X that marks the spot where the treasure is, even though they found the X right here at the bottom of this great big tree, there was no treasure. It was just an X. And because of the famine, the villagers had forgotten how to work together. You know how you get a little grumpy when you're hungry sometimes? Me too. When they all got to the X at the same time, worried there wouldn't be enough treasure to go around, enough to share with everyone. And here I have to pause, because this story is not just a regular story. This is a choose-your-own-adventure story. Choose-your-own-adventure story. And a choose-your-own-adventure story requires that all of us work together to vote on what to do next. Adults, this is like a warm-up for the meeting that's coming. So here is the first decision. Should the villagers keep searching for the treasure around the X, or should they pause for a moment and celebrate all together how good it is just to be together again after this long famine? So okay, to continue searching, raise your red paper, and to celebrate, raise your green paper. So show me continue searching, and show me celebrate. All right. I feel like there's a clear consensus of celebration. Here we go. Let's celebrate. The villagers decided to try to remember what they enjoyed about being a village together. They realized that this felt a little like the village festivals they used to have, except without the food. And there they were together.
This is such a beautiful day, Johnny. I didn't even notice it when we were searching.
Oh, yes, and it's so wonderful to have the whole village together. Again, even in this time of famine, there is so much to notice and delight in. It feels so great to be together.
Aw.
Wait a minute. Look at this. There's something on this tree after all. The magic of noticing, because this is a magic tree, the magic of noticing abundance had allowed the tree to bear fruit for the villagers.
Johnny, look!
Love it.
There's a pomegranate on the tree.
You know, it wasn't there before, so how did it appear? You know what? We should just keep celebrating this good fortune with a song, and I know just the thing. Choir? Gonna rise up singing.
as the celebration was ending, the villagers decided to each take home a seed from the pomegranate to grow a tree so they wouldn't be hungry in the future. But after several months
Why isn't my tree growing? I've been watering it and it has plenty of sun, but it's so wilted and definitely nowhere close to growing some pomegranates.
Thank you, tree. You're doing such a good job of photosynthesizing the sunshine and drinking up the water, and you grow more pomegranates every time I say thank you.
Johnny and some of the other villagers with the wilting trees noticed Rachel's flourishing tree and wondered what she was doing differently, so they went to ask her.
Rachel, what do you do to take care of your tree that's doing so well?
The same things that you do. I water it and give it sunshine, and I tell it daily how grateful I am for it.
Oh,
The villagers needed to make sure they could survive, and they considered, should we take a pomegranate from the flourishing tree and plant those seeds and try to grow more? Or do we try to tell our trees that we're grateful for them, a thing that does not make sense and should not cause more trees to grow? If we want to try to grow more trees, raise your green card, and if you want to tell the trees you're grateful, raise your red card. All right. This group is acquainted with fairy tales.
they're smarter than me.
The villagers decided to tell the trees they were grateful for them for growing. Some of them even started to share more with their trees what was going well, what was not going well in their lives.
You know, every time I tell my tree thank you, I get a pomegranate.
And when I tell my tree even more than thanks, there are even more pomegranates.
Naming gratitude was an essential part of the tree's growth. We, just like the villagers in the story this morning, we do the same thing. We hold blessings and joys and concerns. We carry those with us every day. And each week when we gather, we practice noticing the things that we're grateful for. We practice remembering the things that we're sad about. Friends, today, right in this moment, think of a person that you are grateful for. Think of a person. Call their face to mind. Remember them. Who is this person that you're grateful for? All right, you have them. And now think of a person that you care for deeply. Think of a person maybe that you worry over, a person you know who's hurting, and who you have love and compassion and care for. And now, softly, just like the villagers did, softly, out loud and all at once, say their names. We are a people of gratitude and of compassion, which are two aspects of the same love. Let's stay in this silence a little longer while the choir adds their thanks in song. Soon all the trees in the village were flourishing, and there was an abundance of pomegranates, too many to eat, too many to fit in the fridge, so the villagers locked them in boxes hidden in the basement, and they buried them in the yard. What they didn't remember was that these were magic pomegranates, so they would not necessarily keep and store the same way that ordinary pomegranates would.
Hey, Johnny, how are those pomegranates in your basement doing? I hid mine away really carefully and made sure it was like a dry environment, and they all still rotted.
Yeah, the same thing happened to the ones I locked away in my pomegranate safe. Do you think we should ask the wise one what to do again?
I think we should. Let's go talk to him. Okay.
Yes?
Wise one.
Wise one, we have a problem with the pomegranates, and they're all rotting.
Yes, that would happen if you're keeping more than you need and hiding them away.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be helpful for you to know that these are special gratitude pomegranates. Can you think of what you've learned about these pomegranates before?
Well, when we had the map and were first looking for the X that marks the treasure, we learned that it wasn't enough to just find the X. We had to also appreciate what we already had in order to find the magic pomegranate.
And then we had to actually tell the trees we were grateful, okay, for them in order for the trees to flourish.
Okay. So what do you think might be next then? First, you notice the abundance, and then you say you're grateful. So what's the last step along the way here?
Well, the villagers called a meeting to vote on what to do next. Johnny and Rachel shared their conversation with the wise one through a series of forums. And they offered two options. They could try to be even more grateful to the tree and do a better job of preserving the pomegranates they had, or they could share their pomegranates with the neighboring villages. So if you think the village should be more grateful to the trees, raise your green, and if you think they should share the pomegranates, raise your red. All right.
Wise people.
Yeah. The villagers decided, after careful vote, that they would share their pomegranates with the neighboring villages so that no one in the area would ever go hungry again. And once the villagers began sharing their pomegranates, the ones they had stored in their basements and silos became fresh and ripe again. The villagers had a sense of deep joy. They were sharing what they had with others. We do that same thing in real life, too. Each month, we split our offering with nonprofit groups in the area doing real work to make the world a better place. And this month of November, we're splitting it with Teepee Raisers. Teepee Raisers works to alleviate conditions of poverty and honor indigenous wisdom, to reconcile our shared history with the peoples of the First Nations, and empower youth with leadership skills. Since our partnership with them started in 2019, about 60 folks, actually raise your hand if you have been on a Teepee Raisers trip or volunteered with them. A lot of folks in the congregation have partnered. Our next local volunteer day is March 2nd, so mark your calendar if you're planners. But for today, I invite you to give generously as you're able. For those online, you can use the QR code or the link in the description. For us gathered in person, you can scan the QR code or make a donation as the ushers pass the baskets. May these gifts be used to enact justice, bringing peace and love to this community.
There's some folks over there.
back in the village, everyone had a big pancake breakfast to celebrate getting out of famine, and invited the wise one to attend as a guest of honor.
Thank you. Thank you. So the famine is over now because the village did three things. This village. One, can you give me a one, Josie? Help me keep count with this. Here we go, a one. Okay. One, you chose to recognize the abundance that you do have, the gifts that each person brings, the joy of being together in community, the way that everyone working together makes magic. You noticed abundance. And two, give it two, there we go. And then you chose to name it. You said out loud to each other, thank you. You said thank you to the tree. You saw that it took everyone working together until you gathered to sing and celebrate and appreciate each other. And then, three, and then you chose to do the last task of gratitude. You passed it forward. You passed on your abundance. You shared it with each other. You saw that all of life is a gift to use and share and co-create for each other. So why don't we rise in body and spirit now and sing that in a hymn.
Please be seated. Friends, in just a moment, the cats are going to play us out, and we'll go and all get another bite to eat and a bit of coffee, and our meeting will start in about 15 minutes. You'll check in on your way back in to get your ballots. Sadly, your red and green papers will not count for the official vote. During that meeting, too, there is childcare and plenty of time and space to hang out on the playground for anyone, actually of all ages, who does not want to join the meeting. You are welcome to spend time out there. But before then, we close with these words. We build on foundations we did not lay, and grateful, we build new foundations for others we don't even know yet.
We warm ourselves by fires we did not light. Thankful, we light fires that others might be warm.
We sit in the shade of trees we did not plant. And joyful, we plant trees which will bear fruit long after we pass away.
We drink from wells we did not dig. Hopeful, we dig new wells so that in years to come, anyone passing by will have sustenance.
This is as it should be. Together, we are more than any one person can be. Together, we can build across generations.
Together, we can renew our hope and faith in the life that is yet to unfold. And together, we can heed the call to a ministry of care and justice.
We are ever bound in community, and may it always be so. Amen.
Robin.
I'm so glad I finally found you. You're that one in a million person. And when I put my loving arms around you, honey, I can stand up and face the world.
You know your love
Your love keeps lifting me.
lifting me higher,
Lifting me, lifting me.
higher and higher.
Higher, higher.
You know your love
love keeps
lifting me higher,
lifting me
higher and higher.
higher and higher.
Hey, everybody sing.
Your love keeps lifting
Your love keep lifting me
lifting me
higher and higher.
higher.